standing alone in my doctor's coat, diploma trembling in my hands. Empty auditorium seats where my family should have been. 45 missed calls. But they chose a pool party over my dreams. Now they'll learn what happens when you betray someone who saves lives. The moment I stepped off that graduation platform, medical degree finally in my grasp, the silence was crushing. 8 years of sleepless nights, countless sacrifices, and not one person I loved had witnessed this triumph. The auditorium buzzed with families celebrating their new doctors, but my section sat completely empty. My phone vibrated incessantly. 53 missed calls from Marcus, my husband of 12 years. One text message waiting. Emergency at home. Call immediately. I didn't open it. I knew exactly where they were. Marcus had seemed supportive when I started medical school at 32. He'd kiss my forehead and say, "My brilliant wife, changing the world." But support and admiration are different beasts entirely. His encouragement slowly morphed into subtle manipulation, gentle reminders of how my studies affected our twin boys, how my absence strained our perfect suburban life. The breaking point came 3 weeks ago. I overheard 11-year-old Jake on his phone. "Mom's graduation is boring. Dad says Uncle Tom's pool party will be way cooler. We're getting a new diving board." My heart shattered quietly. This wasn't forgetfulness or poor planning. They had deliberately chosen backyard fun over my life's greatest achievement. But Marcus underestimated me completely. Medical school doesn't just teach you about anatomy and pharmaceuticals. It teaches methodical planning, precise execution, and how to remain calm under extreme pressure. While he thought I was buried in textbooks, I was orchestrating something far more complex. Phase 1 began 6 months earlier. I quietly opened separate accounts, redirecting my residency earnings away from our shared finances. Marcus never monitored money closely, assuming I'd always be his compliant wife. Meanwhile, I photographed every document in his office. Business contracts, property deeds, tax records. Late-night studying sessions became evidence-gathering missions. Phase 2 involved hiring Rebecca Martinez, the city's most ruthless divorce attorney. Together we constructed an airtight case. Asset protection, custody arrangements, spousal support calculations. Everything prepared and waiting for my signature. The paperwork sat in her safe like a loaded weapon. Phase 3 was my escape route. I interviewed at hospitals across 3 states, finally accepting a lucrative position at Seattle General. The contract was signed, apartment secured, moving truck reserved. All without Marcus suspecting anything. Graduation day arrived like destiny calling. I left our house before dawn, no explanations needed. Let them enjoy their chlorinated celebration while I claimed my hard-earned victory. After the ceremony, instead of heading home, I drove straight to Rebecca's office. We filed everything simultaneously. Divorce papers, restraining orders, asset freezes. Marcus would receive the documents within hours, right in the middle of his precious pool party. Then I decided to make an appearance. Uncle Tom's backyard was exactly as I'd imagined. Screaming children, adults clutching beer bottles, the smell of chlorine and grilled meat hanging in the humid air. I walked through the gate wearing my full graduation regalia, medical diploma held prominently. The laughter died instantly. Marcus stood frozen beside the new diving board, spatula dripping barbecue sauce onto his sandals. Our boys stopped mid-cannonball, staring at their mother like she was a ghost. 53 calls, Marcus, I announced, voice cutting through the awkward silence. Was that before or after you realized I'd emptied our accounts? His face turned ashen. Uncle Tom's wife covered her mouth in shock. Even the children sensed the gravity of this moment. Marcus tried recovering his composure. "Sarah, this isn't appropriate. We can discuss this privately." "Privately?" I interrupted, placing my diploma on the patio table between hamburger buns and potato chips. "Like how you privately decided our family would skip the culmination of 8 years of sacrifice for a swimming party." His phone buzzed. Through the glass screen, I watched him read Rebecca's notification about the legal documents. His hands visibly trembled. "You can't destroy our family over one missed event," he stammered desperately. "I'm not destroying anything, Marcus. I'm simply removing myself from people who consider my achievements less important than pool games." I turned toward Jake and Tommy, my heart breaking but my resolve unshakable. "Boys, I'm moving to Seattle. You can visit me there or stay here with your father. But I won't be ignored in my own life anymore." They stared silently, processing this seismic shift in their world. I retrieved my diploma and walked toward my car with dignity and tact. Behind me, chaos erupted, frantic conversations, Marcus shouting into his phone, children crying. None of it mattered anymore. That evening, I sat in my pre-furnished Seattle apartment, surrounded by moving boxes and medical journals. My phone glowed with dozens of missed calls from Marcus, his family, mutual friends. I blocked every number systematically. The only message I preserved was his first text. "Emergency at home." It remains unread in my phone, a permanent reminder that some emergencies are entirely self-created. 6 months later, Dr. Sarah Mitchell thrives at Seattle General. My divorce finalized quietly, our house sold, custody shared but distant. The boys visit monthly now, slowly understanding that respect isn't negotiable, even from family. Justice doesn't require revenge or dramatic confrontations. Sometimes it's simply walking away from people who mistake your love for weakness, then building a life where your worth is never questioned again.